Will you do something with me right now? Just for a moment. I want you to close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, I want you to picture a child. Your own son, your own daughter, a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, the little one who lives next door. See their face. See the light that shines so brightly from within them. Think about the sound of their laugh, that pure, unfiltered explosion of joy that can fill up an entire room. Hold that image in your heart. Feel the warmth of it. This is more than just a picture. This is a universe. A whole universe of dreams, of possibilities, of unwritten symphonies, undiscovered cures. It is a world of wonder waiting to unfold. Within that precious child is a force of potential so powerful it could change the world. Every single child is born with this innate brilliance, this spark of the divine that is uniquely their own. Artist, scientist, teacher, their potential is not a small thing. It is everything. It is the future, not just for them, but for all of us. The responsibility we have is to see this universe within them, to recognize that we are the guardians of this sacred potential. Our job is not to shape them into a reflection of ourselves or our own unfulfilled dreams. Our real job, our highest calling, is to provide the soil, the water, the sunlight for their own unique seeds of greatness to grow. We must be the keepers of their flame, protecting it from the harsh winds of a world that can be cold and unforgiving. Now, I want you to hold on to that feeling, that image of the bright-eyed child. And I want you to imagine the light in those eyes going out. Imagine the universe within them collapsing into a black hole of despair. This is the devastating reality for too many families, for too many communities. It is the unspeakable tragedy that occurs when a child is lost. Lost to suicide. Lost to the suffocating grip of addiction. Lost to the horrifying darkness of human trafficking. When this happens, it is not just one life that ends. An entire galaxy of potential is extinguished forever. All the songs they would have sung, all the love they would have given, all the joy they would have created, it all vanishes. The pain that follows such a loss is a wound that never truly heals. It ripples outward, touching everyone. It is a sorrow that settles deep in the bones of a family. It becomes a permanent shadow in the heart of a community. How could this happen? What did we miss? What could we have done differently? These questions haunt the quiet moments and the sleepless nights. We grieve not only for the child we knew, but for the person they never had the chance to become, the future that was stolen from them and from us. It is a collective failure, a tear in the fabric of our humanity. We must face the truth that these are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a society that is failing its most vulnerable. Now we have to ask the hard question. How does a child's universe begin to dim? Where do these shadows come from? We have to look around us, at the world we have created and the messages we are sending. I want you to think about what our children see every single day. Turn on the television, look at the video games they play, scroll through the movies that are marketed to them. So much of it is saturated with violence, with conflict, with a casual disregard for human life and dignity. We have, in so many ways, normalized aggression and cruelty as forms of entertainment. And we cannot pretend this has no effect. It seeps into their consciousness. These are not just pixels on a screen. These are not just characters in a story. For a developing mind, this constant exposure to violence can desensitize the heart. It can blur the lines between right and wrong. When a hero solves problems with a fist or with a weapon, it teaches a subtle and dangerous lesson, power and control, versus empathy and understanding. It suggests that conflict is the default way to interact with the world, and that compassion is a weakness. We are feeding our children a steady diet of negativity. Then we are surprised when they exhibit anxiety, aggression, a sense of hopelessness about the world they are inheriting. Think about the language used. Think about the scenarios presented. So often, the stories revolve around revenge, domination, defeating another. This constant framing of the world as a battlefield can be incredibly damaging to a child's spirit. It closes them off from the beauty of connection and collaboration. We are showing them a world devoid of nuance, a world of good guys versus bad guys, where the solution is always to eliminate the opposition. This is not the foundation upon which a healthy, compassionate, and thriving society is built. It is a foundation of fear. Our children deserve better. They deserve to see their own capacity for kindness and creativity reflected back at them. So, what is the alternative? If we are to turn away from the shadows, we must turn toward the light. We must consciously choose to create and champion a different kind of media, art that uplifts, art that inspires, art that opens the heart instead of hardening it. Imagine a world where the most popular shows, games, and movies are the ones that celebrate curiosity, empathy, and the incredible power of the human spirit to overcome adversity through connection and ingenuity. Imagine stories that teach our children not how to fight, but how to understand. Stories that show them the hero's journey is one of compassion. This is not about censorship or banning difficult topics. It is about intention. It is about a revolutionary shift in our creative priorities. We can create entertainment that is just as thrilling, just as engaging, but that is rooted in a deep respect for life. Let's have adventures that explore the wonders of the natural world. Let's have dramas that delve into the complexities of human emotion and relationships with grace and sensitivity. Let's create games that challenge players to collaborate, to build new worlds, to solve complex problems peacefully, and to practice empathy by stepping into someone else's shoes. The possibilities for creative, life-affirming art are absolutely limitless. True art has the power to heal. It can provide a language for emotions that are too big for words. It can show a lonely child that they are not alone in their feelings. It can introduce them to different cultures, different perspectives, and different ways of being in the world, fostering a sense of global citizenship and shared humanity. When a child sees a character on screen who is kind, who is brave enough to be vulnerable, who solves a problem with their mind and their heart, it plants a seed. It shows them a different way to be powerful. It gives them a new kind of hero to look up to. This is a call to action for every creator, every writer, every artist, every producer. But it is also a call to every single one of us as consumers. What we watch, what we buy, what we celebrate, it all sends a message. Let's use our choices to demand better. Let's usher in a new dawn of creation, one that nurtures the universes within our children and helps them to shine as brightly as they were always meant to. Even in the most loving homes with the most positive influences, there is a battle being fought that we cannot always see. There is a silent epidemic raging through our children's lives. I am talking about the crisis of mental health. The numbers are staggering, and they are, honestly, heartbreaking. We are seeing rates of teen suicide, self-harm, anxiety, depression climb to levels we have never seen before. These are not just statistics. These are our children. They are crying out for help, often in silence, weighed down by pressures many of us can barely imagine. Their inner universes are being rocked by storms of fear, sadness, overwhelming stress. The sources of this pressure are everywhere. Relentless demand for academic perfection, the social minefield of school, bullying in the hallways, bullying online, the ever-present, hyper-curated world of social media. It creates a constant, impossible standard of comparison. The isolation this creates is profound. Many children feel they have to pretend everything is okay. They put on a brave face at school and at the dinner table, while inside they are crumbling. The stigma that still surrounds mental health makes it incredibly difficult for them to speak up. They worry about being judged, being seen as weak, crazy, a burden to their families. So they suffer in silence, believing they are the only one who feels this way. This isolation is the most dangerous part of the storm. It is what allows despair to take root and grow in the darkness. We have to understand that a child's pain is real. Their heartbreak is real. Their anxiety is real. We cannot dismiss it as teenage drama or a phase they will grow out of. We are talking about legitimate, diagnosable health conditions that require the same level of care and compassion as a broken arm or a high fever. The battle for their mental health is one of the most important fights of our time. To win it, we must first be willing to see it. We must be willing to break the silence, to confront the stigma, and to look past the brave face into the heart of their struggle. So, how do we begin to help? It starts with the courage to truly see what is happening in front of us. It means paying attention, looking beyond the surface, recognizing the signs. These signs are often quiet whispers, subtle shifts in their inner world. You might notice changes in behavior. Once outgoing, now withdrawn, spending more time alone, losing interest in a favorite hobby. These are signals. Listen to pattern changes, sleeping all the time, or awake at 3 a.m. with insomnia, eating changes, expressions of hopelessness or worthlessness. I wish I weren't here. No one would miss me if I were gone. Never ignore these words. They are pleas for help. Also, be aware of increased irritability, anger, mood swings out of character. Sometimes pain shows up as rage. Their inner world is in turmoil. When you see signs, listen. And I mean truly listen, not just cheer up. Create a safe space to talk. Put down your phone. Turn off the TV. Give them your undivided attention. Ask open questions. I've noticed you seem a little down lately. How are you really feeling? You seem to have a lot on your mind. I'm here to listen. Let silence sit. They may need time to find words. Your patient, loving presence is the most powerful tool. Take everything they say seriously. If they mention self-harm or suicide, act immediately. This is for life-saving intervention, not judgment. Contact a doctor. Contact a therapist. Contact a school counselor. Contact a suicide prevention hotline. Taking their pain seriously validates them. It tells them they matter. Their life is precious. You will fight for them and with them every step of the way. Protecting our children's mental well-being requires more than just reacting to a crisis. It requires a proactive effort to build havens of the heart, both in our homes and in our communities. A haven is a place of safety. It is a space where a child feels seen, heard, loved for exactly who they are, without condition or qualification. This is the foundation upon which resilience is built. It is the anchor that can hold them steady when the storms of life begin to rage. Creating this haven starts with open, honest, regular communication. It means making conversations about feelings as normal as conversations about what happened at school. In our homes, we can destigmatize mental health by talking about it openly. We can share our own struggles in age-appropriate ways, showing our children that it is okay not to be okay. We can model healthy coping mechanisms like going for a walk, talking to a friend, taking quiet time to recharge. We can establish family rituals like a daily check-in at dinner, where everyone shares one good thing and one challenging thing about their day. This simple practice builds a habit of emotional honesty and reinforces the message: your feelings are welcome here. This work extends beyond our front doors. Our schools, our community centers, our places of worship. We need to ensure that every school has adequate mental health resources, with counselors who are accessible and approachable. Imagine a school culture where asking for help is seen as a sign of strength, not weakness. Imagine peer support groups where students are trained to listen to one another and to recognize when a friend needs more support. This is how we build a community-wide safety net. Ultimately, a haven of the heart is built on a foundation of unconditional love. It is the unwavering certainty in a child's mind that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter how much they are struggling, they will not be rejected. It is the knowledge that your love is not dependent on their grades, their achievements, or their good moods. It is a constant. This is the greatest gift we can give them. This sense of security is what gives them the courage to be vulnerable, to make mistakes, to ask for help, and to navigate the complexities of life knowing they have a safe place to land. Now, when we talk about creating these havens of love and support, we must expand our definition of what makes a family. For too long, we have held on to a narrow, outdated picture. But the truth is, a family is not defined by biology or by a marriage certificate. A family is defined by love. It is defined by commitment. It is defined by the courageous act of showing up for a child day in and day out, and choosing to be their person. This is the real essence of parenting. It is an act of the heart, a sacred bond forged in moments of care, guidance, and unwavering support. Let us take a moment to honor all the different forms that family takes. Let us celebrate the foster parents who open their homes and their hearts to children in desperate need of stability and safety, even if only for a short time. Let us celebrate the adoptive parents who choose a child and make a lifelong promise to love and protect them as their own. Their love builds bridges across biology and creates families that are profoundly real and deeply bonded. And let us celebrate the step-parents who step into a family already in progress and choose to love a child they did not bring into the world. They navigate complex dynamics with grace and dedication, offering another source of love, another trusted adult, another champion for a child's universe. Let us honor the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, and the older siblings who step up to raise children when parents cannot. They are the anchors of love and legacy, representing continuity and unconditional care. All of these people, and so many more, are living the true definition of what it means to be a parent. They are all guardians of a child's potential. They are all keepers of a sacred trust. Parenting is not a title. It is a verb. It is an action. It is the daily, often thankless work of nurturing, guiding, protecting, and loving a child. To anyone who is doing this work in any capacity, we see you. We honor you. You are changing the world, one child at a time. You are proving that what makes a family is not shared DNA, but a shared commitment to love. You are building the havens of the heart that our children so desperately need. Your love is the force that saves universes. So now we come back to that child, the one you pictured at the very beginning, the one with the universe of potential shining in their eyes. We have seen the fragility of that universe. We have seen the shadows that threaten to dim its light. We have seen the silent storms that can rage within. And we have seen the incredible power of love in all its forms to build a haven of safety. We cannot simply be passive observers anymore. The time for awareness has passed. The time for action is now, today, in this very moment. We must make a vow, a sacred promise to every child, a commitment to proactive love, not waiting for a crisis to show we care, to see the children in our lives, not just our own, to see them as precious, to see their inherent worth, to understand their well-being is connected to our own. Be the adult who smiles, who offers a word of encouragement, who models kindness and respect. Be a source of light, not another shadow. Let this be our collective promise. We will listen. We will listen when you are loud with joy. We will listen when you are quiet with pain. We will create space for your truth. We will not dismiss your fears or belittle your dreams. We will fight the stigma of mental health in our homes and communities. We will advocate for art that heals. We will advocate for media that uplifts. We will be the guardians of your potential, the fierce protectors of your spirit, the unwavering champions of your right to grow up safe, loved, and whole. We will not let your universe collapse. This is more than a nice idea. This must be a world-changing movement, starting right here, right now. Reach out. Next time you see that child you care for, tell them you love them. Tell them you are proud of them. Tell them you are there for them, no matter what. Call your niece, text your grandchild. Ask the teenager in your life how they are really doing and be prepared to truly listen. Let us make this vow together. Your universe is safe with us. We will protect it. We will nurture it. We will do everything in our power to help it shine. Let's start now.